Thanks. So it ain't no signal over there. That's gonna be weird. Ain't no signal. Not signal. So yeah, I like to tell a story. Living in a moving out the mansion, right? Moving into office. You know? So what happened was so I had a homeboy Nemo, you know, he's like a producer. I hope this signal's better here. If not, I can move again, whatever. But he's like a producer, so he's a cool dude. We had a really fun time, great life. It was fantastic. But living this life, I could not achieve the life that I wanted to live. So, like, trying to figure out how I could live the life that I wanted to live. Like, I was talking to him one day, and he was telling me about how how he had went to jail, and like what happened was he had owned the weed store, like in LA, like right before this shit became like super legal. So they had came in and ran through his store and had arrested some folks or whatever that worked for him. Since he owned it, they came and got him. So he bailed everybody out, paid for everything, you know what I mean? But he had to do like 6 months, maybe a year, whatever. And during that time, he told me, niggas forgot who he was. Nobody was rocking with him, right? So since nobody was rocking with him, he was like, he had to learn to like be his own man, to like be a official person. So I'm like, that's real shit. And we was talking about how like the same shit that's here now will be there when you done. Like he was like, when he got out of jail, like the same shit was still there. The same people were still there. The same girls still there, It's like, and I looked at that and I took that like, damn, that's dope as shit. Like, what the fuck? I could implement that. You know what I'm saying? I could do the same type of thing. You know what I mean? Because everybody's still going to be here. Like the world is not going to stop spinning. If you take some time to build you, to focus on you, the world is not going to stop spinning. Like I really don't want to sit in this chair right now. Let me see if I get get a signal over here because I just don't want. I don't want to sit there. Shit. I just want to sit up. Thanks. So we might have signal issues, but rock with me while we can. So I looked at that and I was like, damn, that's some of the realest shit you ever heard. Some of the realest shit you ever heard. Some of the realest shit you're gonna ever hear. From a person that was up, that lived his whole life up, and and can tell you based upon experience and shit that being up ain't all it's cracked up to be. So I said that to say, like, when it was my turn, I had this decision to make. Like, damn, like, how do you get up in life? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get up? How do you achieve your highest self? Like, sometimes you got to separate yourself. Sometimes you have to just take yourself and elevate yourself, like by separating yourself to that, you know, being back in that butterfly state, you know. And that's what life is. Life isn't the game. Unfortunately, we like to believe it's the game. You know what I'm saying? I think people are misconstruing, you know, like, well, not but may have misconstrued, like, you know what I mean? Like when niggas is like, yo, link up to help or some shit, the niggas might have been thinking they linking up to be friends. Look, like this is an individual, you know, journey of life. I'm not saying that, you know, like, but again, like minds will connect, like minds are one, you know, but this is the individual journey. It's really fun as, you know what I mean, as you discover. It's really fun as you uncover, you know, as you reveal and discover revelations. Like that is the fun of it. So I think, yeah, a lot of y'all got it confused, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all got it confused and misconstrued. Like sometimes you like, it's good to be by yourself. It's good to step off and build, because the world will be there. The world is not gonna stop spinning. The people not just going to disappear, you know? Like it'll be the same club popping. It'll be the same, you know what I'm saying? Same people at the club. But you coming back at your highest self. You coming back on top of your mental. You know what I'm saying? You coming back in your God state. Because again, like the part of being a God, like a part of hitting the cocoon, a part of separating yourself is to again, is to find yourself, but to also create your floor. Like your foundation is the thing that you want to be able to have. You want to be able to have a strong foundation that's rooted upon your knowledge and your experience. You know what I'm saying? So boom. I take it. I'm listening to him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I got to go. I got to move. Man. I got to go downtown Hollywood in the heart of this. If I'm going to make movies, if I'm going to do TV shows, if I'm going to have this TV station, I need to immerse myself in this shit. I need to eat, sleep, breathe this shit. I need to figure out how can this shit pay me, you know? How to become this thing. And that's what we have to do with our higher self. Sometimes we just have to figure out how can we become who we are. Who do we see ourselves as? You know, how can we eat, breathe, sleep, and shit this? You know? And that is a trusting thing. Like that's a knowing thing. That's a knowing that you are that self, that you are this higher person. You just have to achieve. You have to reach out for it. You have to go find it in yourself, you know? You have to bring it out. But once you do that, once you build that foundation, once you create that pulpit to stand on, then you can always build. You can always blow. You can always create anything, you know? Like again, and that's part of learning, and that helps you learn and master time, you know, because again, understand that time is, you know, the sun will shine. It's just the way life is. It's gonna come. So hey, boom, you in the street, make it matter. As long as you're free, you're able to experience and to make some moves, to get some maps, and to have your schematics down. To because a schematic, you know what I'm saying, is a mathematic. It's a schematic. You know what I'm saying? It's your sketch. It's your blueprint. It's your plan to your highest self. It's your device. It's your vehicle to journey to your highest self. Like that's where that is the goal. That's the only goal right now in life, is to achieve this higher self, to achieve what's in it for you, you know? Because again, hopefully you are you are experiencing love, whereas the love that you want to get, the love that you want to feel, the love that you want to show, you know. And that's the goal. But you have to scheme on your higher self. You have to come up with a plan to achieve this, a plan to trust this, you know. Yeah, like I encourage the trip, the journey, the long journey, the self-indulging journey. Like this is a part of it. That's a part of it. You can't do it without mastering self, without mastering, you know, your true full understanding, like what makes you tick. You know what I'm saying? Like what makes you jump. That's the mastery. But your only scheme in life has to be based upon um your higher self. It can't be a scheme for wealth. It can't be a scheme for money. It can't be a scheme to deceive. It has to be a scheme to achieve, a plan to achieve and arise and become, not succumb. You know, because you have to, again, you have to find out your bottom, unfortunately. That's why I try to explain to people. Like knowing your bottom is what makes this whole thing work. Knowing what you won't do is what we stand on. That's where I stand on. That's the bottom. That's where it starts. That's where you begin to build. Oh no, I won't do this. That's not me. I don't do that shit. I don't do certain things. That is your beginning. That is how you grow. That's how you stand. That's how you move. You know? So hitting that ground, hitting that level, hitting that beginning spot is the beginning of growth. That's the beginning of understanding. And that's where you build. But you have to plan for your higher self. You have to plan to achieve it, you know? And like, because again, knowing that this is a goal, knowing that this is something that you're trying to achieve will allow you to focus on it, will allow you to stay strong and stand fast, you know? Again, like I have to keep going back to the story in the beginning. It's that, you know, sometimes you might experience some events that will show you that you are alone, that you are all one. You might experience events, you might experience circumstances that will tell you that you are one, you are alone. Your future, your highest self is dependent on what you do, you know, and you have to make it happen. And that's the beginning. That's the beginning of greatness. That's where your plan starts. That's where you start to figure out, okay, cool. Now how do I elevate here? How do I, you know? See, like a problem with a lot of people is that they get stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us, like we get so comfortable in maintaining. Like we get stuff, we want to maintain it. But we have to use these things that we get as leverage. Everything that you talk about leverage and how do you leverage this, how do you leverage that, right? Because everything we get, we only want to get the stuff that we can embrace and stand on. Like you don't want to do nothing that you can't embrace and stand on. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to elevate you higher. So that's the move. The move is to only do stuff that's going to take you higher. So you have to stick to your plan. You have to plan your work and work your plan, you know? Because time will be there. People will be there. Grass will grow. But if you do the work, like if you like the seed, like planting the seed is important. If you plant the seed in advance, like a lot of this shit, like I tell people, man, like a lot of this shit is just planting seeds, you know, having a long-term scheme, a long-term schematic. That's how you have to maneuver in this world, in this matrix. You got to be willing to give up on short-term pleasure and short-term projections. Like, that's what I'm saying, like, about, like, immersing yourself in this thing, like a war. Like, when you, like, war is a vehicle to peace. Like, the goal of a war is peace. So you have to immerse yourself in this thing so that way you can get out of this thing. How people think, how I think, you know? And that's the same way with life. Like we have to immerse ourselves into our understanding of who we really are. We have to become this thing. We have to base everything we know upon being that. You know, like the responsibility is so simple. People think responsibility is a hard thing. It's not. It's a simple thing. That's why you have a scheme, because if the shit doesn't match your scheme, it doesn't flow with your schematics for your highest self, it's something that you can't respond to. You don't have the ability to respond to that. You only have the ability to respond to things that elevate you, that bring out your highest self. You know? Like, a lot of shit could be, like I said, a lot of shit could be done. But why do it if it doesn't, like, well, we should know, like what you should know from the story I started with, right? Is that the point is, like, you're going to win. You're going to be successful. Successful people are successful people. But sometimes you can take your time and your energy and channel it, you know what I'm saying, into what you want to do, into your goal, into your specific. Because that goal, that specific, like, that's what I'm saying, like, all money ain't good money. How do you make your money, right? Not so much how you make your money. It's like, where do you want to make your money? Put your energy and your time into whatever it is you want to make your money, because that is going to be successful. Like, whatever you do is going to be successful. It just takes time. You know, like, we have to learn everything every step of the way, but it's going to be successful. It's just a matter of time. So that's the same way with anything that we do in life. So we have to have a scheme, a schematic, a plan to achieve our highest self, because it's going to happen. It just takes time. And having the time to be able to work your plan and plan your work is what makes this thing work, is what makes it even worth living. But sometimes we need to know that, yo, this shit is going to be here. Life is going to spin. The world is going to spin. Like, if you don't do good for you, like, if you don't help yourself out, you're hurting us all. Because a lot of us are depending on you, if that can make sense. Like, the world is going to be here for you. The world is going to be here to love you and embrace you. But when you work on yourself, when you put this thing in effort, they can really love you and really appreciate you and really embrace you, because what you're bringing them is your best self, your highest self. You're bringing them the thing. But that thing is a that thing is a hard place to get to. It's a place that is that's built on a strong will, a strong determination, a strong desire. You know, like I think a lot of people, like I say, like get caught up in the challenges that you face during, you know, on your journey to your higher self. But these challenges aren't problems. These challenges are affirmations. Like again, like sometimes in life, like they tell you, people say, yeah, do an affirmation. I'll tell you to do affirmations. Right. But when you tell somebody, no, I don't do that. You tell somebody, I'm a good guy. I'm a nice person. You're affirming that. It's the same thing. Don't be afraid of a challenge, of an opportunity to affirm that you are sticking to your schematic, that you are sticking to your highest self, that you are on a journey, you know, or that you have arrived at your highest self, you know. Those are opportunities to affirm, to speak it to the universe, you know. And then, like I say, like even if it's like a person that comes with like, you know, contempt, that might even invoke passion and make it even more energized as you speak it, you know. So it's like we don't want to run from opportunities to affirm our highest self. We just have to identify our highest self and understand that is our only goal. That's our only destination. That's our only scheme, is to look for the truth, to look for who we are, not to be a wannabe. You know, when we know who we are, and we know that what we are can make the world better. What we have to offer will make the world better. What we have to bring will make the world better. Those are important attributes, you know, that need to be contributed, that need to be given. Like I can't make people teach. You know what I mean? Like again, I could say I'm not really a history person. I'm like a living person. I like to talk about life and how we can live in abundance. But I don't mean I don't like history. So I like people that can do their thing, but I can't make people fight. You know, life is a fight. Life is a struggle. Like the girl said, I had a struggle channel. I mean, isn't life a struggle? What is your channel about? Is your channel not about struggling? You know, struggling to survive or struggling to thrive? You know, winning while losing. Like that's what this is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like playing a game that you won but still playing. Isn't that a contradiction? That's a goal for, you know, for some people, but it is a contradiction. It's a struggle. Life is a struggle. Life is meant to be that way, you know. There's no part of life where we should be complacent. There's no part of life where we should be off of our fucking scheme for our higher self. You know, like again, like I say, like the more money you have, the more help you should be trying to do. And that's what, I hate to be this person, but that's what all of this shows and shows and shows and shows. Like I can't be honest. Like I can't honestly say that we need a revolution, blood in the streets, and then talk about my life. Like that's crazy. No, because that's not my understanding. My understanding is that we need a revolution of the minds. The world is as we make it. The universe is mental. We can change everything today, instantly. You know, but some people, it make you think that the world is in upheaval, but they're not trying to go nowhere. They're trying to enjoy luxuries. They're trying to live life in abundance in a world that they claim is in shambles. See, so those are people that are not in control of their minds. Those are people that are living contradictions, like they are losing the game and playing it. Because again, the universe is mental. It's all in your mind state. How can you be trying to survive and live luxuries in a life that you say is terrible, that in a world that you say is terrible, in a world where you have no control. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to live in a world like they describe. You know, I want to live in a world where I control, in a world where where it ain't going to be possibilities of war forever, where one day it could be peace. You know, where everybody can live their highest and best self and attract their desires to them. Like, that's the world that I know. That's the world that I talk about full-heartedly, because I can't see myself sitting here, you know, like, if it's on, it's on. Like, how many people, like I say, like, how many people ever been when the shit is on? When it's on. Like, when it's on, you out. When the shit is on, you out. You looking for niggas. You out. You out all night. Niggas say you go to the mattresses. The white boys do when it's on. So this I'm saying, like these niggas ain't on. Like, no disrespect, but like SETI. And again, I'm just, because this is about living. So, you know, no, you know, like, you got like how long is it banging on a beast? Like, I seen this back in the day. We used to always go, like, you know, like, nigga, like, how long do you bang on a beast before you figure out that the beast is a serf? The beast is a Slav. The beast is here to serve us. Like, he's not a beast. He's a beast of burden. You know what I'm saying? Like, just that type of thing. Like I have a different knowing. That's the knowing that we need to all get. There's no need to bang on the surf, on the gardener, on the motherfucking pool boy. Don't bang on him and shit. Cause y'all ain't been banging on him. Obviously, niggas ain't been banging on him. Niggas been paying their motherfucking mortgage and paying their rents and their car notes and shit. Same shit I'm saying you should do, but I'm telling you to get it off the motherfucking, to manifest out the mud. You know, like, that's just me. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell us a lie. Our lie has kept us asleep. The truth is going to free us. The truth is going to have us enjoying ourselves, not contradicting ourselves, not watching contradictions and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you have to tell a nigga the reality of the shit. Make a nigga embrace the truth, not embrace a lie of victimization, a lie of motherfucking self-doubt. Like, that is backwards. That's the wrong way to go, yo. We gotta stop. You know? And I mean, not to say we don't gotta stop. We gotta do nothing, you know. But yeah, you know, we need the truth. We need to know what life is really about. Life ain't about having to bang on the caveman and bang on the motherfucking surf and shit. Life is about putting the motherfucking surf in a place. You want to sit there? Like, how many niggas sit there and yell out the window at they dogs and they pets and shit, or they horses and cattle and shit? Like, that's the shit that we not getting, you know? And this whole distraction that no one's talking about how we really live this shit, how we really enjoy this shit. They just want to bang. You know what I mean? We want to bang forever, and then what? See, like, that's what I'm saying, like nobody sees the end. Nobody wants to fuck around and be honest and be truth. Like, in the end, like I said, that even the niggas talking about we kings and all this shit. Like, if y'all kings, who's the serfs? Who's the people who gonna serve the kings? Who's gonna feed you grapes? That's the part they missing out the whole shit. I'm telling niggas the truth about the whole shit. This how you get niggas to feed you grapes. This how you manifest the shit. This how you fucking don't have to bang on the beast. This how the beast is banging on the door to bring you breakfast. Pause. Banging on your phone to bring your car and shit. Like, this is how we supposed to live as Indios, as gods. Not as scared fucking children and little boys and running men. No, nigga, we have unique opportunities. We have unique abilities. And these abilities is the shit that we need to talk about. We need to focus on. There's no way in the world we out here worried about anything other than us. You know? That's just what it is, man. Like, that's just what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if a nigga not telling us how to figure out how to live our best life, how to live our highest and fullest potential, then they telling us that something detrimental. You know? We gotta focus on our scheme, man. We gotta focus on our mindsets. Sometimes staying away is the best thing. And again, I'm not telling people to join these cliques, to join these groups, to click up with these people. You know, like, part of this shit is to not follow the crowd, dog. Like, I mean, again, like niggas don't understand that part. Part of the shit is like, if the crowd is going nowhere, if motherfuckers is heading in the wrong direction, doing wrong shit, part of this 99% of the shit is to not follow the crowd. You know, is to be able to say that the crowd is going nowhere. The crowd will be here. You know what I'm saying? And that the crowd needs direction. Like, we have to stop the crowd. We have to stop what niggas is doing and shit. And then, like I'm saying, like, again, like, y'all niggas got me fucked up. Like I say, like, I don't necessarily want to be famous, right? Again, right? So I was here to help people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I am here to help people. You know what I'm saying? To do what they can do. But, like, niggas need so much help. Niggas need so much help. Like, the leaders need so much help. Like, y'all niggas need so much help. Niggas really needed this God school more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Just because niggas wasn't civil. Niggas didn't have fucking high vibe and pure intentions and shit. They wasn't sticking to their higher self. They wasn't on the true journey. They was on a path to wealth and on a path to self-destruction. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, man, like, if you don't believe in your purpose, this shit not gonna work. If you don't believe you got a purpose, if you don't believe you have a higher self, this shit not gonna work. This shit not for you. Like, you can't just, you know what I mean? Like, I can't just run around lower selfing. I can't just run around talking, just doing that shit. It's not fun. Like, I did, you know what I mean? I did a radio show, whatever, yesterday. On Africa is Watching, right? And I'm telling the Africans, like, listen, man, we not Africans. We not from Africa. Y'all Africans is Neanderthal. Y'all cave. I'm telling them the shit. I'm not trying to offend nobody. I'm just clarifying information. This is what it is. I'm clarifying information. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on a channel and there's thousands of people in the motherfucking chat and they going crazy. Yada, yada. Sorry. This ain't no popularity contest, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a time to make us hope. Like, I'm paying for all of us to be VIP right now. Like this whole fucking year, this whole shit is a VIP treatment for Indians. You know what I'm saying? It's sticking to our highest self. We not. I can't fuck with y'all on no lower self. I'm sorry. I hate to be like that. I hate to be like that, but I have to be like that. We deserve that shit. We deserve the best. I just can't fuck with y'all no low self shit, on no hope in the dream shit. You know what I'm saying? We gods. We make it happen. We're not complaining. We're not complaining, bro. Like, and that's the move. That's what we gotta stick to. That's the shit that we gotta push and we gotta prod and we gotta show these niggas. Cause niggas don't know. Everybody not VIP. People can act like they VIP and pretend to be, but they don't know how to act like that. And our whole community is that right now. We not everybody. We not here to party with everybody. We here to party in our section. You know, we can walk back and forth, but everybody can't necessarily leave with us. So I'm just keeping it funky, bro. You know, like, shout out to Africa's watching. Shout out to brother Trevor. But like I tell him, like, you know, it's not. I mean, like, none of this shit is mean spirited. Like, that's a different thing. Like, I'm not trying to be mean to these people, but he asked me too, like, what is your one message for everybody? Like, what is my one message for everybody? I don't have a message for everybody. He's like, come on, brother, please. You got a message for. I don't have a message for everybody. I don't talk to everybody. But if I had to say something for everybody, I will do this. I say this. I say the universe is mental, but to Indians, to my people, I say everybody ain't one, and that's okay. That's what I'm here to say to my people, to my folks. That's the one message I give the Indians. I don't have a message for everybody. Some people got messages for everybody. And he came low in this time, in this day and era. We need it for every man. I don't have a message for everybody. If I had to come up with one, it would be the universe is mental. Good luck. Good luck, nigga. There's nothing I can do for you at this stage. I gotta talk to the guys, bro. And I gotta remind us that everybody ain't one. And that's okay. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm trying to do for niggas. Like, cause if you could free yourself from worried about having to lie, worried about having to fuck around and get along, that is an amazing part. That is an amazing opportunity. That is amazing fucking that's amazing life. That's what we want to do. I don't want to sorry. I don't want to do anything else but to free us. So that way we can talk our shit. We can be ourselves. We can drop our swag. I mean, again, like I said, this shit ain't popular because you got to do it. The people got to do it, you know? But for the ones, oh God, it's fantastic. They do it. They love it. Yesterday I went down to the beach, right? And I was chilling. I'm just like, look, man, something about to happen right here. This shit is crazy. I'm like, why am I standing here? This nigga fishing. And I'm looking at the beach. I'm like, something about to happen right here. Let me just chill. So I'm chilling. And it's about 4 minutes. I'm like, man, something about to happen. Let me just chill. And I look over and I see a shark. Like, what? Like, this nigga, like, comes almost, like, up to, like, it's not like a beach. It's like a marina. So it's like, you know, like rocks and it's like a pier. So I see a shark. I'm like, oh shit, why is this nigga so close? This man use boats. Y'all know this boats. There's fucking niggas out there jet skiing. I'm like, this nigga's so close. And then he turn around, he flap his tail, like smack the water, like showing out and shit, all this shit. And then disappear. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm stuck. Like, damn, that was crazy. I've never seen a shark that close. Like, why? I don't think I've ever seen a shark that close. I've seen dolphins maybe, but not a shark. So 2 minutes later, this nigga come up with a beer and a cigarette and a blunt and start walking right into the right into where I just saw the shark at. I'm like, yo, stop. He like, huh? Like he was in a trance. This nigga was in a trance. Like he was just like about to just jump in the ocean. And I'm like, yo, stop. What you doing? Yo, I just saw a shark. He was like, word? He's like, man, I just came back to the spot, man. Just where I dropped my dad's ashes at like 2 years ago in 2020. Like my dad died. I can't hear this spot. He loved this shit. I dropped his ashes right here, my nigga. Like, I just came, like this nigga, like he was in the train, like he was walking to the ocean and shit. I'm like, dog, for real, word is born. I'm like, I just saw a shark, my nigga. I'm looking at this nigga. He like a Brooklyn nigga and shit. Like he from Brooklyn, right? I'm like, I just saw your pops, nigga. Your pops is a shark, wasn't he? Your pops was a shark, real spit, right? This nigga was like, word, like he was on some Brooklyn shit. Like, yeah, like my dad was a shark. He started naming like the type of shit his dad did, the niggas his dad hung with, and he like he just started going on his dad, like, cause again, like, you know, the guy came there to see his dad. He hasn't been here since he dropped the ashes, like, you know what I mean? So he came there to see his dad, and like he had tears, and like he was like the nigga was in the trance walking to this shit. So it was like, if I don't know what he would have did if I wouldn't have stopped. And then I'm talking to this nigga, and he's still down there, he's stumbling and shit, all like about to fall. I'm like, yo, so maybe we should back up a little bit, because I don't know where the shark is at. I don't feel like he left, like the shark left. Like I feel like the nigga's still in the area. So it's like, it was just weird. Like that was crazy. And I'm explaining to the nigga, like, listen, dog, like that's probably your pops. Like he around this when not like that's your pops. Like that's like the energy that he like niggas is showing you the energy. Like I'm a shark. Like I say, these are natures of characteristics that we use for hiding glyphs and writings and letters. So same thing we use for spirits and to talk to our folks. So, you know what I mean? Me and this nigga had like a long conversation for about, you know what I mean, a good 30, 40 minutes. He wanted to build, you know what I mean? He was there to talk about his pops, and that's what we did, you know what I mean? But I was telling him too, like about Wayne. I don't know if Wayne is out there, but like how Wayne would tell us about his uncle, how his uncle would come to him and tell him like, yo, go to this person's Facebook page. And he'd be like, what the fuck? Who is this nigga? And he would go to the page, and then it'd be like, it was his uncle business partner. And they'd be into the same type of shit. And he'd tell them like, yo, connect with these niggas, connect with this niggas. So like sometimes we gotta follow the energy. Like the energy led that nigga like right to that point where, you know, boom. And then he was able to have a good conversation about his dad. You know what I mean? He was just, because he told me everything about it. Because now I'm interested about your dad now. Because I'm like, is your dad just shark real spit? Like what type of nigga is him? Like, is this characteristic of a shark just don't pop up on a beach with boats and people going around? It's too busy. Like, talk your shit now. And that's what he did. And he was crying and he was breaking it down and shit, you know, smoking and shit, just chilling, like getting it off. Like, man, I came all out here like just to do this, man. Like, it's my pop, nigga. Like, I love this nigga. Like, so it's energy out here, bro. Like, we just gotta be on the vibe. We gotta be open to the shit and be able to be moved and be able to stick to our highest self. And when we see the shit, know the shit. Like a lot of this shit we try to rationalize and to be conscious of. A lot of this shit we just gotta feel. Like I'm feeling like, yo, I need to sit here. Something about to happen here. I don't know what the fuck about to happen here. But yeah, yo, this nigga about to walk in the river. That's about to happen. You can stop for a second. You might save a life. And that's what we gotta do sometimes. We just gotta be true to the nature and shit. Like when the shit tell you to get up and go. Shit tell you to sit still. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we gotta live. We gotta live in our highest self. I mean, you know, like again, back to Wayne, you know, one of the guy gang, like his uncle would tell him that he liked such and such a music, and you know what I mean? And one day he said he liked such and such a music. I play, you know, sometimes the guy game we be playing songs, right? I play Golden Time of the Day, but one day I played Earth, Wind, and Fire. And then nigga was like, yo, did you check out my uncle, nigga? Like, that's the shit he like. Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's his shit. and we played his Earth, Wind, and Fire. We brought his uncle into the room. And that's what this shit is about. It's about not being afraid to have powers and not being afraid to know that, yo, it's shit that could come through us. It's energy that could come through us and just say hello. Just play a song. Just to reminisce with a nigga on the beach. You know what I'm saying? If we open to our highest self, if we open to being one, you know what I mean? And just knowing, not trying to interpret, not trying to, oh, that's just a shark. Just be scared. That's what your consciousness tell you. Or whatever your consciousness will tell you. No, nigga, trust in what you know. Trust in what you believe and shit. You know? And have good intentions and have, pure, pure spirits. Because, again, like I tell you about spirituality is a spiral. Spirituality is about bringing out. If you have good spirits, it's going to come out. If you have evil spirits inside of you, it's going to come out. So we working on our good spirits, because these spirits, I mean, again, like, you can't tell me that people don't move us and guide us and help us along. Energies don't. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. So like I tell you, like, if we don't do the right thing, it's only setting us back. It don't hurt you. You may not break your arm or your leg, but you're going to be set back. The universe, yourself is going to set yourself back and make sure you get a chance to do it again and do it right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful part of this game. That's the part that we have to trust. We have to stick to it. We can never cheat ourselves. We can never take a shortcut, because all we're doing is giving the energy, giving the forces a excuse to fucking push us back. You know what I mean? Or let us miss something. So we don't want those things. We want to just be in the know and in the one and in tune with the shit, where the shit just moves and it flows and it vibrates. You know? But yeah, like, if you have powers, if you have energies, if you are sensitive, you need to just trust that and know in those things. You know what I'm saying? Because when you know in those things, when you know in that energy, that is power, is strength. You know what I'm saying? To guide you, that we have to trust. Like I tell us, all things work together. You know what I mean? I remind us, because that is true, and that's the beautiful thing. Like I say, like, again, like, when you have a scheme, when you have a schematic, a way, a journey, a plan to get to your higher self, anytime somebody challenges you, it's just an opportunity to affirm you, an opportunity to say, no, I am a good person. Yes, I do the right thing. Yes, I'm here to help. You are affirming it. You are standing on it. You're telling the universe that you know what you're doing, that you're in control. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not being pushed around and shit. And that's what this shit is about. That's all this shit is about. Like, if we can trust ourselves enough to know that we can, like, not only can we judge ourselves, but we reward ourselves. Like, judging your mental is not the end all. Judging your mental is to get you what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? It's to make sure that you are, holding. That's why you judge your mental. But when you judge your mental and you are true to yourself, then you reward yourself. Then you live in abundance. Then you live in bounty. Shit just come together, because it's all helping you to be your higher self. It's all working towards the scheme. Like, again, a lot of this shit, like, when we go backwards, it's because we're not ready for the shit that we getting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, like, when you moving into certain levels and you moving into certain places, you have to be ready. You have to be bringing the knowledge of what you have experienced with you. Like, that's, some games don't open up until you have beat certain levels, until you know what to do in certain situations. So that's why you don't want to, be afraid to find out how would you respond to certain. Okay, so we had a conversation yesterday too. I had about balance and why I tell people to don't be afraid of their past, because your past is your balance. That is your balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a conversation with my friend about the word nigga, right? Nobody likes the word nigga. Okay, cool. I explained to him why the word nigga is a thing. But eventually he came to a term where now he used the word himself. But he said, if you're gonna call me a nigga, call me a uppity nigga. Right? Okay. He elevated the term, you know what I mean, to take it to a level where he could feel it. And that's what we're doing with life. We're not going to change it. Don't kill a white man. Don't kill anything. Don't kill Santa Claus, nigga. Take it to a level where we can control it, where we master it, where we're God. We created everything. We are the generators. So now we're not wasting. Like I say, some shit gone to fire. It's not gone. You can't save everything. I'm not lying, because we need to resource and whatever. But 99.9 of this shit is shit that we just need to embrace. We need to just stand on. Don't run from it. Don't run from the truth and shit. Make it better. Take the time and make it better. Because again, if we don't make it better, we're just gonna go back. Just gonna have to step back and bite it. You know? And that's not what we're here to do. We're not here to keep going backwards. We're here to elevate. We're here to be our best self. We're here to reward ourselves for doing the right thing. We're here to reward ourselves for our fucking standing fast and being true. Like, again, like, I'm telling everybody, if you can trust this fact, that we watch TV to see people get what they deserve. Like, when a bad guy wins, we want, like, we start to mimic those behaviors. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing. I'm not to say that the bad guy is a bad guy. I'm not saying that. I'm just explaining the method of television, the method of a drama. That's what a drama is. The drama is to overcome, you know, the circumstance, the long journey, the hero battle, the struggle. So that's the drama. So we watch these dramas to see people overcome, you know. We want to see these people become reformed, to become their highest self. And that is the life, the drama of life. Like, you know, like, again, like I said, like if our family don't like us, it's because they don't know us, you know? And if they do like us, it's because they don't know us. It's the, you know what I mean? Like, you should be understandable to your family. Unless your family is God's, unless your families are full of their highest self. And then you should be trying to understand them. You see what I'm saying? But like, you should be so like they should, like I said, people should just know that you are just elevated. It should be that fucking serious. And how do you do that? By practicing on these niggas, by allowing them to challenge you, by standing fast. The point I'm making with that is that you don't have to you just have to live it and allow them to test you, allow them to push you and prong you to make sure that you are who you are. You can't run from your family. You can't run from a cookout. I mean, I can. You can too, I'm sure, right? But that's not what you want to do. Sometimes you want to step up. Sometimes you want to go and have Thanksgiving and all this extra shit, you know? You can't run from your boyfriend. You can't run from your girlfriend. You can't run from your homeboys. Niggas is going to challenge you. Those are opportunities to affirm. Those are opportunities to stick to your script, to pull out your script on a nigga and tell a nigga that you should get a script. Okay? So that's what we want to do. That's how we want to live. We don't want to fuck around and change, you know, who we are to go with people that are misled, are being misled, and are going the wrong direction. You know, that doesn't make us a motherfucking that doesn't make us a god. That makes us a follower. You know, and that's the point. As I'm trying to explain, like, again, too, I reiterate that shit from the beginning story. You know, that when you step out on your path, you know, when you just come home from jail, you know, when you just get that job, you know, when you just join college, whatever day one. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you to understand a transition in life. a place where you start off where you wasn't, you know, like where you know, so when you have to prove to a person, well, I may have been in jail, but I'm not a convict anymore. I can, you know what I mean? I can be assimilated back. Whatever that stage, not to say that it's a God's stage. I just want people to feel the stage where they started off low, you know, at their mere quote unquote lowest. Feel that stage, because again, that's a day. That's the first day home. But the second day home, niggas glad to see you. Third day home, somebody might, you know, ask you to fucking water and mow their lawn and wash their car. A month into it, now somebody introduce you to somebody that can get you a job. That's life. Like it's a process. Your first day, you just a convict. Your second day, you gotta show niggas that, well, I'm reformed. I'm working on my higher self. The shit I used to do, I don't do no more. And every time somebody say, "Oh, let's go rob this bank. Let's go fuck around and pull this lick. Let's go hit off this little half for me." You like, nah, nigga. I just got home. I don't do those things anymore. I'm on my higher self. I'm a convict, but I'm not convicted, like type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we have to understand. It's just the day. It's just the first day. Eventually, tomorrow, the day after, you're going to fit back into it. Niggas going to realize, hey, that's not him. He don't do that no more. He ain't going to jail for that sucker shit no more. I can't call him to take this ride. I can't call her to pull his lick and to go bust this check. You know? That's eventually. You know what I'm saying? But the first day you just got home, niggas don't know. The first day at the job, they don't know what you can do. You just showed up. You know what I'm saying? So they want to find out if you can do this. Can you do that? Do you know this? Do you know that? They're going to test you. You know? And those are opportunities to affirm your powers and affirm your abilities. We're not afraid of being tested. You know? We challenge these tests. That's why I'm saying to people, like, and if you've been tested, you have to stand your ground. Once you've been tested, once you've been forged, like again, like a lot of this shit, like I say, like once you've been forged, you have to be you. You have to let people know, I've been tested, I've been through the fire, I've been beat, I've been bruised. Like I said, like the old heads at the church, man, I used to love when they would go do the testimonies. That's the best part of the church. For niggas to tell you how I made it, how I've been over, how I got through. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is your scheme. That's your schematic. That's your plan. That is your way up. Your own story. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is it. There's no like, and if we go off track, if we get off kilter, like I say, we get set back. The universe sets us back. These powers that we could be harnessing, that they say we're not ready for them. We're not ready for them. Like a nigga, like again, a nigga might not understand how he's winning. Like CM Bayer say, don't care how you winning as long as you're winning. Like, and that's what we have to appreciate about being gods and not fighting our knowing, not fighting what we feel, what we see, what we understand. You know, like the law, like I was looking like we have to be in love like married people. Like, let's just imagine the prototypical married people. These people don't exist. Nobody, I'm not talking anybody. But theoretically, in marriage, it is for better or for worse. The concept of marriage is, if you get sick, this nigga not gonna leave you. She not gonna leave you. If you get poor, they not gonna leave you, right? That is the same type of concept that we need to have with our highest self. And that's the same type of rewards that we can have with our highest self. I know that seems crazy, but again, that's how they get into this veil and revealing the veil, you know, of the Isis. But this is the relationship that we need to have. We have to nurture our relationship with ourselves to where we can depend on ourselves to be there for us. To trust in that, to trust that ourself would be there for us, you know, when we down, when we out, for better, for worse. You know what I'm saying? That it's our highest self that's bettering us. That's our higher self that's sticking with us as it gets worse. And it's just a test. You know, it's a journey, it's a scheme. Like, again, I don't want y'all to get confused by the schematics of it, but they have to put your mathematics. You have to have a plan to be yourself, to stay steadfast in yourself, to stay true to your highest self. You know, like everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody can. All of us Indians can do this, right? But we have to understand that doing this and its own reward. Your judgmental allows you the right to reward yourself, grants you the right to reward yourself. This is its own reward. Okay, like I say, like again, like if you your own judge, you have to be your own executioner, right? So you're your own gift giver. So this is its own reward. You have to be secure and steadfast in knowing that you are going to reward yourself, that your highest and best self is abundant, is living abundantly. Okay? That is the reality of it. There is no reward for that can be given to you by anyone else. Unfortunately. But that's see, and that's again too, like that's part of your highest self. Like, you know, you go places, you might not always be hungry. Oh, you want something? Nah, I'm good. You want something? Nah, I'm good. Because you get your reward other places. You know, somebody else could use that don't have it. But it's also in life, you know, as the bigger scheme of things. Because you know the universe is giving you. The universe provides. The universe secures. You know that. So you can forego certain things. You can let certain things. I'm cool because now I will receive that in return from the universe. You know what I mean? like we say, giving is the key to receiving. You know what I'm saying? Like if you give, you will receive. Like the universe hates a vacuum, right? So it's going to fill that space. If you give, Bob comes back. But that reward that comes back is tailored. It's special ordered. That's not a random reward. That whatever comes back to you, that's not general. It don't come back to you, you know what I mean, off the factory line, just being nice. Everybody gets the same thing. No, you get your tailored shit for being nice, for giving. Whatever you give comes back uniquely tailored for you. It don't come back like what you gave. It came back according to your highest and best self. You see, that's why we have to judge, and that's why we have to be our own judge, so we can be our own reward, because we only us know how we gonna get it back. You know how, you know what I'm saying, like if you do something nice with somebody, say pay it forward. Well, how does that come back to you? Because you know when it's good, and when you got favor, and when you got blessings and blessings and all that great stuff. You know that. I don't know exactly, you know, the CPC number for it, you know? So that's how we just got to maintain our highest self and not being afraid to stick to the plan. And again, like, and also not being afraid to defer, to say, no, listen, like, it's okay. Like, you have to understand too, like, okay, if the devil brought it, God sent it, okay, I get it. You got all things, you know, whatever, I get it. But sometimes you have to understand that with, like I said, like if we adults, you know what I mean, and your child makes you a picture from arts and crafts and shit, right? And they put a lot of extra shit in it, like, you know, they got macaroni, you know, they got the dry macaroni on it, they got the glitter on around the outside. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was on construction paper. It's really effort into it. And you would say it's pretty. You would say it's beautiful because this is from your child. But it has no intrinsic value. That is the world that we live in. When you are on your highest self, it's like, again, I tell you, we dealt at Chuck E. Cheese and shit. We having an adult conversation. The kids is over here playing, listening to singing rats and shit. Mechanical singing rats, enjoying themselves. But we over here adults having adult conversation. So are we really excited when a child gives us a picture with macaroni and glitter and on construction paper? You see what I'm saying? So that is part of your highest and best self. Like like we cannot get excited about trinkets and joys and trying to, like I say, so you again, that's why you are your best judgmental. That's why you are your best rewarder. Because you're a God. You create you create the best, the highest and best of life. So of course there are some children that are prodigies. Every child is not going to give you macaroni and glitter and ask you to put it on your fridge or take it to work and put it on your desk. You know what I'm saying? Every child is going to do that. Some child is going to give you some shit that might be Picasso-ish, right? But the majority of the shit is what I'm trying to explain here, guys. Like, we're on another level. We are elite, elaborate gods. We don't have to, we don't have to look for gratitude. Like, again, we could appreciate it, but it's still intrinsically, it has no value. You know what I'm saying? To a God. So that's how we have to stay, like, and not just be distracted. We have to be on point. We have to stay on our plan, on our highest journey, on our journey to the highest self. You know? That's the plan. That's the move. Like, because what do you, what do you do with kids at Chuck E. Cheese? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't tell you to get too excited about it, you know? Stay on your focus. Stay on your growth pattern. Stay on your belief systems. Stay on your highest path journey. Reward your mental. The reward comes from you. That's where the reward comes from. Definitely, man. Peace to the gods. Peace to the goddesses. What's up, though? I guess 1 hour in it. Who's still with me? Y'all was quiet today in there, though. I was in there deep. Y'all quiet. Guess y'all got it. What I want to do? I'm gonna roll a blunt right quick. What's up? You got any questions? Time machine. What time is it? Is it shine time? Is it shine time? Somebody tell me shine time. Shine. There's no shine time. I know, like, one of the things I'm gonna talk about next is is about, like, you know how people be like, find your lane. Yeah, that's a problem, man. You gotta stop that. No finding your lanes. No more finding your lanes and shit. Like, no more staying in your lane. No more, none of that shit. Shit's over. We gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that too, man. But yes, man. I'm really Oh, that was the wrong shorts. But yeah, I'm really on to the designing part now. We have to get into the design part. Designer nation, bro. Like, see, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, see, a lot of people, they think they stuff, like, they think people take their stuff. Like, I used to didn't mind. I used to just be glad that that people was paying attention. You know? Like a lot of times, like again, like as you on your journey, you growing up, you be like, yeah, I'm crazy. Like this shit crazy. The fuck? God is a woman, I'm crazy. Like, even if I'm crazy. I'm crazy. You know, so when other people start saying this shit and the shit become like some shit, you're like, wow, damn. Dope. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like so it's like it's kind of hard at that point. Like it's like you so far left to then now to be beefing over niggas with God as a woman and shit. Like when SETI, like at first, like it first started. It started like I'm saying all this to say a point. I'll say the point in the end, but like this is all the topic, the spiritual journey shit. But like, okay, so like, all right, so like I said, like, all right, so it was cool, like, you know, like natural childhood, he jumped on it, right? It was boom, cool. But then like SETI was like the black woman is God. The black woman is God. Oh shit. Okay, cool. That was like the first flip. Black woman is God. Black woman is God. Okay, cool. True. And then like, you know, polight came the natural Tahuti thing was cool with him. And they was cool. But when you start seeing like some shit that you like saying and it just start going around the world, like it's kind of like wow, but it's kind of like whoa, you know. So I was kind of like cool. As long as the idea is out there, we could come and clean it up later. That was the thing. Like, so that's what I'm trying to explain to you about sticking to your higher self and just being true to the greater plan. Because again, like something like who I heard Tahaka Bay last night, right? I watched Tahaka. Shout out to Tahaka. I know I don't hate Morris. I love all my people. He Indian anyway. He know it. But shout out to Tahaka. But Tahaka was saying everything that I was be saying last night, word for word. It's time to clean up the garden. It's time to cut the weeds. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring out the sickle on them. But and that's like I said, like it's stuff like that. Like, of course, he said a lot of stuff. I was saying he said a whole lot, and I appreciate the brothers for watching. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like the shit gets out there. I think now it's just a different time. It's a different era. You know, it's like we can do it without having to scheme and to scam. Okay, cool. I may have not been on the manifestation part like I am so fully now, because I didn't think that there was a possibility that niggas wouldn't get it. If you get the universe is giving, the universe is feminine, it's giving, it's a creative energy. So I wouldn't think you would have to scheme, and I wouldn't think that would be on your plan. But okay, cool, I get it. People did it. So now I'm coming forward with the manifestation. I'm coming forward with that. That is my motherfucking gift to our community. I know people don't give a fuck about it because it's work. It's like you coming with a job, nigga. Yes, I'm coming with a job. I work a stay-at-home job. It's a job you can do from your house and shit. But that's what I'm bringing. Because now we don't have to worry about stealing and we don't have to worry about scheming and scamming. Because now I could tell you universe is middle, but I could tell you how to achieve all things through meditation. You know, how to stand strong on your higher self. So that's those are the different things that I'm bringing this time. You know what I'm saying? Versus just last time when it was like I couldn't even just go against the shit. It's like you can't even go against God as a woman at the time. Like them niggas just jumped all over the shit. And it was like a joyful thing. Like just like now, like the shit is a joyful thing, spirituality. But like I said, you know, but the goal this time is manifestation. So it's going to be harder to pull out a scheme. Be harder to pull out a scheme on these things. You know, not to say you can't, but it's just like be harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure niggas figuring it out. They working on it now, right? You know, but it's just harder and shit. But but that is what the scheme is. The scheme is for higher self. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, like salute to Tarka and shit. Like, yeah, you know, I'll be watching you, Tarka. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching us. You know? Like, but that's what we need, like people to fuck around and clean the weeds out. I gotta be the only person to do the shit. That's what I'll be saying too. Like that's probably part of the schematic shit. Like, do the shit. Stop complaining about the shit because you are helping. We are helping. People are fucking getting it. People are fucking moving according to the motherfucking to the right way and shit. You know what I'm saying? People are fucking cleaning the garden, are fucking around and taking this shit to heart. And that's what we want. Like I said, like it's like look, a lot of this shit is just entertainment, bro. For some people. For some of us, we are the generators. We are the gods. It's not entertainment. This is a board. This is you know, this is where we have to design. That's what I'm saying. We into this design aspect. So for some of us, it's not like we don't just want to sit around here and be victimized and shit. Some of us want to play. We're not afraid to engage these niggas. Like again, using that word engage. You know? And like you said, pull up a nigga jacket. And again, I'm not saying pull up a nigga jacket. Like again, a lot of this shit I be saying, I'm not saying it to demean people and to pull people out. I'm saying it for the people that have it to step out. Like again, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like it's so weird that it's like like I say, like only the Catholics and the preachers have an incentive to fuck with dead niggas because they robbing them and they stealing them and they scheming them and they scamming them. So they get money every week, so it makes sense to them. So I'm trying to teach us how we can get money out the mud where we can still have an incentive where fucking with them don't hurt us. Fucking with the dead don't mean we gonna have to fuck around and be poor and impoverished and shit because we doing charity. No. That's all I'm working on. But we gotta get engaged with these niggas and shit. We gotta get engaged with this shit. Like shout out to Chief X. Like I just saw some shit he just put up on Polight. I mean, this nigga, some niggas know how to edit shit, splice shit, cut this shit together. He had Polight saying some shit. And then he had some like Polight saying some shit about some dude that was supposed to be his business partner. And then he had a nigga under a bus, like a real nigga under a bus. They got hit by a bus. The bus ran him over. And he was like, Polight just threw his nigga under the bus. Like, oh my God. That was funny. Like, niggas is going ape shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't have them type of abilities. You know? I don't know. That was wild. And again, like I say, like, listen, man. But so the only people that have the incentive to give a fuck about us are people that have incentive to take from us. It's not their fault. They don't know they don't know manifestation. They don't know meditation is the secret to power. They don't understand certain things. They don't understand the power of spoken word. They must not. You know what I'm saying? So that's the shit that we trying to bring. That's the shit that we trying to bring. You know? Like I said publicly, you know, that I was disappointed in Brother Panic. And you ain't heard from him since and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I am disappointed. I'm disappointed in the people that's supposed to know. At least like you, a spiritual teacher, you supposed to know how to manifest. You supposed to know certain shit. So it's disappointing to see spiritual teachers or, you know, acclaimed acclaimed spiritual teachers that don't manifest. To see people that don't, you know, manifest. But I'm not to say I don't know. I don't know. It just seemed disappointing. But I'm not ashamed. I love our brothers and sisters. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want us to not fuck with our people because we don't know. But we need to fuck around and talk to people that don't know. But like, yo, this is some shit that y'all don't know. You know? I'm saying, maybe some people, like I know some friends that just drug dealers. They like this. They like the life. They like the fast money. They like the life. Some niggas might be scammers. They just might like the life. I don't know really any scammers. I never met like scammers. So I maybe met a con artist, like my cousin's like a con artist maybe, but people that just run scams and shit, like I'm assuming that they don't want to do that though. I don't know. Maybe they like some drug dealers that just like the life and excitement and some shit. But I'm assuming that they don't want to do that shit. Why would they want to do that shit? I don't know. But if we give them an opportunity to do something different, here's something different, dog. Try it. Give it a shot. If not, fuck it. The people are going to do it. And then again, and when they donate and when they give, it's not nothing because they knowing the secrets they're giving is receiving. I mean, the secrets they're receiving is giving, so they could be seeing affirmations when they're giving. So, I mean, listen, this shit that I'm from, like I say, my motherfucking scheme for this shit to me is the best way. It helps everybody. If everybody manifesting, there's more to give. If there's more to give, there's more to spend. If there's more to spend, there's more to buy. If there's more to buy, there's more to produce. If there's more to produce, there's more to create. If there's more to create, there's more to make. So it's like, that is just the simplest solution to me. And it's all in mutual benefit. I win, you win. You win, I win. At least in my mind, in my reality. So that's how I justify this shit, dealing what I deal with, working how I work. You know what I'm saying? Trying to maintain how I maintain. You know, like niggas, like again, like man, like this is all a dream. So why would like? Yeah, like I say, I would like look, listen, man. None of these niggas would be on my radar. Like again, like none of these niggas would be on my radar. Like this is a job. This is a job. Like being a parent is a job, yo. Like my homegirl, she got it early in the morning. She was calling to get her daughter's friend some tax money, PP something. No, unemployment money, something. And that was her daughter's friend. She on the phone cursing people out for her daughter's friend. I'm like, why are you doing that? She's like, man, this little girl, she ain't got nobody. It's a shame how they doing her. She be trying, she be working, she ain't out here like these other girls. And she just going in. Why this girl deserved her to be on the phone as an adult, cursing out these people on her back. I mean, like, and I didn't know. She's explaining to me shit that I should fucking know. Right? I should know. But I didn't know. I had no clue why someone could give a fuck about someone else so selfishly. And I'm just saying, I didn't know. And maybe a lot of us don't know that. And that's why I go back to, like I say, my grandmom and my uncles and my mom and them. Niggas would go in the crack houses and go get they cousins and their sisters and their family members and shit. They would do shit for people that they love that didn't make sense, that today would seem like unnecessary. It might even seem like hate. You know? Like I think, like I say, like a lot of this shit, like no disrespect to the people that's trying to win. But I think we need people more that's, again, not we, but like Indians, need people that's more willing to be embarrassed than to be right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right is oppression, right is depression, right is abuse and victimization. That's what I'm saying. Don't find your lane. Don't get into your lane with motherfuckers going to the slaughter and shit. Don't do the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, like right might be wrong out this motherfucker. So you might have to do something different, man. You might have to do something that's like strange. That's something that's like as that like I say, like some of this shit, like some of this shit is unnecessary. Like she calling motherfuckers like, did you make sure they eat? Did they do their homework? Did you do your homework? Put her on the phone. What's this? What you do? Like, you double checking, you triple checking niggas did their homework. You making sure motherfuckers is got they shit for school the next day, that they go to sleep on time. Like your kids has to become your reality. That's what a parent is. Like, your kids have to become your reality without a check, unfortunately. You paying the check. That's what I'm saying. Like, the saneter shit. I'm saying about the saneter shit. Like, saneter is not. He's not the type of person, or not to say something. A bootlegger is not the type of person that you would want to be running a fucking movement. Not to say that he is, but what do you call this shit? Default. He's by default, right? By imposition, by positioning. But a bootlegger, a person that's only doing shit for profit, is not the person that you want to fuck around. Like, the nigga that controls the style is the motherfucker that buys the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga that you really want to know who, like, not to say like the people in the street. We know the people in the street don't get it, but the stores, they know that the people that got the style, like what the niggas that spending their money to get the shit made right is buying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where is the trend of the people with the money going, right? So the same way in this community, where is the trend with the creators? Where is the trend of the people that are creating the shit? It might not be money today. You take that and you make it mainstream. But like a nigga saneter, if you don't see money in it right now, he's not fucking with it. We need people in position that's going to be able to see some shit's potential, to see the future in this shit, to be able to invest in some shit's potential. That's the parent. The parent doesn't get the reward. The parent just invests in the potential of the future, of the whole, of the future of the community. Okay, cool. This little kid has potential. This person has potential. Let's put some time and energy into investing in this person, because there ain't no money here in them because they don't know. But that's not the idea of a bootlegger. The bootlegger only selling the hot movies, only selling the shit that people that just came out in theaters, this commercial shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the internet became so popping, because niggas start seeing shit that the bootleggers ain't have, like the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of just the commercial shit, niggas walking in the barbershop selling you shit you already know because they know that's going to sell. But in our real world, to get free, we gotta go in a different direction. We gotta go into a place where people aren't getting killed and slaughtered. So it's going to take somebody who's time to invest in the nigga. Time to invest in a nigga. Time to show a nigga. You know? Like, yeah, I mean, like, and that's the thing. Like, if we once we manifest our own shit, like my new phrase in this shit is manifesting out the mud. It ain't just anything other than nothing. It's what it is, nigga. That's how we gotta win. We gotta have that type of mentality. We manifesting all our shit out the mud. You know what I'm saying? That way you don't owe nobody. You don't owe nobody nothing. You can come out here and you can invest in the future. You can see somebody with potential and you can invest in them. You don't need nothing back. What they gonna give you and shit? They gonna give you construction paper with macaroni and glitter on the shit. But it's hard when you got somebody that's only looking for a profit, that's only going to sell you Star Wars and Terminator, and of course they movies you need, but like, you know what I'm saying, like fucking any Tom Cruise movie, anything that's out in the theaters is what the bootlegger is selling. He's not selling the gem. You know? Because again, like this shit, like I said, like this shit has to be apparent. It has to be a person that is selfless. And again, everybody don't really know what it takes to be a parent. I didn't know what it takes to be a parent. You know what I mean? Like, it's a feeling, it's a love that you have to feel for motherfucking shit. That's a selfless motherfucker. But that's some shit that you got to give, dog. Like we gotta just give it. You don't see a baby, you don't have a baby and say, all right, nigga, you're gonna have to earn your, you know what I mean? You got to earn my respect. You got to earn my love and shit. You see that nigga, you be like, thank God you made it, or I'm glad you're here, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't look at him and put a charge on this nigga, a tax on the baby. It's potential. You know, we invest, we prepare this, we parent this, we pair it, you know, for godhood. You know, so manifesting out the mud will make you not a leech. You know, allow you to stick to the truth, allow you to be your highest and best self. You know, allow you to not have to be a fucking attention whore and shit like that. Like, again, like, you know, like some of this shit is only for attention. None of this, like, some of this shit is not about freeing the mind. Some of this shit is only for attention. You know what I'm saying? You know? And again, if we can encourage and inspire taharkas and, you know, people to clean the weeds like we doing, like we attempting to do, you know what I'm saying? Clean the weeds and examine ourselves and look at ourselves, you know? Because again, like I said, like sometimes, like when you, like I say, like being a parent, being a gardener, you prune your motherfucking flowers. You don't just let the shits run wild. You don't let your kids run wild. You know what I'm saying? But you don't get a reward for that. Your reward is not a reward. Your reward is you and knowing that you have done a good job. Like, we got to know that we doing a good job with the community. We doing a good job for our people. You know, like, we doing a good job for our children, for our future. But there's no reward in motherfucking and helping sick people and shit. And there's definitely no reward during war. Like you get your motherfucking like again, the goal of war is peace. But you get your stripes from the shit after the shit's done. If motherfuckers just keep giving you stripes, I mean shit. After the battle, maybe, but shit. After the war is when you really get your Purple Hearts, when you get to all the fly shit. So we gotta put in the work and shit wholeheartedly, committedly, immersed in the work and shit. And don't worry about the rewards or the stripes. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I say, we have to head in a different direction. Because the people that's giving out stripes, if we get into a lane with these niggas and we start following directions and shit, getting along, we're gonna be going along to the slaughter. You know, like like I said, like how many people don't trust the system, don't do this, but then still, you know, do opposite accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have to manifest. We have to figure out how to come out the mud as our own motherfucking entities, our own creatures, our own creative beings and shit. Because everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like a lot of these niggas ain't agents in my world. They can become agent. Anybody can become an Agent Smith. That's part of the show. You didn't watch the show, the movie? Yeah, that's what they do. They will become an agent. You know what I mean? And then a nigga turn back to his truck driving self if they ain't killing. You know? But like if you a bootlegger, if you a sneak thief, you know what I mean? You don't have to be an agent for the government. You a bootlegger, you a sneak thief. You are here to stack and to disrupt. You know what I'm saying? So nobody gotta pay you because you found a way to pay yourself. You cool. But they know how to get you about because all you want to do is you'll do anything for money now. So you're easy agent. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about this shit. Like, I want to maintain the fact that we have to be adults, even when you in a room full of kids, man. You have to be adults. You know? Peace to the guys. What's up? Y'all got any questions, man? Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Time for the news. What's up? We good. So yes, today's evolution was to stay to your plan, believe in your higher self, know in your higher self. You're on your way. And every time somebody tells you who you're not, it's the opportunity for you to affirm who you are, you know, to stand on your motherfucking true self, you know. And for the people that are fortunate to have hit rock bottom, those are fortunate to remember rock bottom. That is where you stand. That is your balance, you know. The things that you did that you don't do remind you of who you are. So let's just keep living the life of who we are, and we are who we are. Everybody ain't one, that's okay. You know? Peace to the guys, peace to the goddesses. Thank everybody for rocking today. Y'all was nice and chill. I was in kind of deep a couple times and everybody's chilling. So peace to the guys, peace to the goddesses, and peace to the God gang. I see y'all tomorrow for God's school, you know? And we'll be back with more. Oh, as always, I love conversing with gods. Nobody told you today, I love you. So yes, peace. See y'all tomorrow.